What's really good, pastors? I am MTV Malik. He is Tyler Louder, and this is the Hitlist. What's good, bro? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Had a decent episode and everything. Lots of drama, lots of chaos. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about the challenge.
No doubt. I see you even got a new haircut for the occasion.
Yeah, yeah, just for this.
It's not bad looking. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power ranking. So, in the basement, we have 24 Idris, 23 Joss, 22 Esther, 21 Kaylee, and at number 20, Turbo. So if I remember correctly, Turbo has been in the basement just about every single week. He still gets a little bit of camera time, but hasn't really done quite enough. Why do you continuously place him in the basement?
Well, he moved up 3 spots this week, so it's progress. It's just he's not doing much, and like we said, he's not doing well in challenges, and then we have another challenge, and he doesn't even participate in it. While I understand their decision and think it was a smart one, he didn't do anything. A little bit of camera time is why he moves up, but we just still got to see that dominant performance, and it looks like we might get more Turbo next week.
Definitely seems that way. Do you have anybody else in the basement that you think might have a chance of breaking out more sooner than later?
Definitely Joss. Joss fell way hard, but it's because the past 2 weeks he really hasn't got much camera time. He hasn't got to do much in performances, so he's just getting hidden. Normally, when that happens on these shows, that means that he's going to get a highlight episode pretty soon. As most of these characters do and everything. So I think he has the best chance to escape out of there.
It's funny when you talk about the highlight episode. I put out a tweet earlier tonight saying, "Oh, we're getting Jenny's backstory. They're telling us why she's here." I was like, "She's going in tonight."
Yeah, they do that. They set us up for that, which is it's kind of nice. You can kind of prepare for it, but
Yeah. What did you think of that elimination? Wasn't really close. It looked like Nicole might give up, but she ended up sticking it through. But ended up getting squashed. This was a squash match.
yeah, it was less of a puzzle and more of endurance. I felt like I thought the elimination was too high. I thought it should have been a little lower because obviously you saw after the first go. I mean, Nicole was gassed, and that could do with her not training and everything. I just thought it was an extreme like distance for them to cover.
What about Nani? Nani was really scared to put Jenny in. She didn't want Jenny coming back with her name in the mouth. Do you think that she made the right move?
I mean, that's how she plays the game. Um, she's she's always scared. She made the right move though, because Jenny, no, like the only way Nicole was gonna win was against someone like Esther or Kaylee potentially. Jenny was coming back no matter what. So not saying her name gives her, a little bit of a remembrance in Jenny's mind.
All right, no doubt. Let's go ahead and move it to this mid tier. So we have at number 19, Tori. Number 18, Nani. 17, Kara. 16, Zach. 15, Theo. 14, Ninja. 13, D. 12, Kyle. 11, Josh. Now,
Leroy's not at number 16 anymore. He finally disappeared.
Jesus Christ, I will hope not. Not after this
Yeah.
episode.
No.
So, I do got some problems.
Hmm.
I'm okay with 19 and 18. Good spot for those two. Um, Maybe a little low for Nani. She did get a lot of camera time, but ultimately she didn't really do anything. I think you already know this is coming. Your number 17 spot.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
Kara sitting at number 17. So
Yeah.
at this point, I just really want to know, like, where are you getting your crack from? I want to meet your dealer because whatever you're smoking, it's got to be some good shit. How is Kara all the way at number 17? She was just in the
It's just
tribunal last week.
it's just the way the cards fell and everything. She really had a dud of a show. There really wasn't much. And if she wasn't dating Paulie, she wouldn't have been in half the scenes Paulie was in. The only reason she was in those is because she's with him. It's just very unfortunate. And how the cards kind of fell, this whole middle group from about 12 to 17 was all just kind of one big jumble for me when I was ranking these. And I kind of could have layered them anyway. Um, some people fell because of bad performance. Some people fell because they didn't do anything. So it was an interesting area for me when I was doing it. So
Okay, let's jump back up into your number 18 spot. Nani. Even for somebody who hasn't really done much this season, due to the fact that she got so much camera time and was in the tribunal this episode and was making a couple of moves, you think she would be a little bit higher.
uh, essentially, yeah, she was doing everything right to move herself up, and she did jump. She jumped 3 spots. The reason why her jump stopped is because she went against her almost her entire team's wishes. She didn't work her way with her best friend, which is Leroy, and it'd be interesting to see how that plays out next week and going forward. But I mean, she put a target on her back by not saying Jenny. As much as she was trying to play it safe and play scared and not get Jenny to hate her and come after her, she's got Polly, Kara, like Cam, all those people are now looking at her for taking the easy way out. So, and on top of that, she didn't even perform in the challenge, which is kind of disappointing. It's just disappointing.
It was wildly disappointing to see the people who was coming together to lead Team US not really coming through when it mattered the most. How did you feel about Leroy? Jesus, we're going to get into that when we move into the top tier. But
Yeah.
a big problem that I also have with is your number 13 and 14 spot. You got D and Ninja. More specifically, D. D got a ton of camera time today. She did participate in the daily. How is she number 13? How is she not in the top tier for this episode?
Um, by not knowing that Russia is not a continent. I mean, I mean, oh man. Like I felt like literally everybody that watches the challenge across America at the same time just like dropped their head all at the same time. Like, but she does get a lot of camera time. She moves up 4 spots due to her camera time. If she would have got her question right, she would have jumped into the top 10 because then she would have been the only person on Team UK with the correct answer. Uh, it was just that right there. I can't put somebody in the top 10 for that. So
Fair enough. I won't argue with that one too much. Let's go ahead and look into this top tier. All right. At number 10, we have Georgia. Number 9, Bear. 8, Cam. 7, Ashley. 6, Rogan. 5, Jenny. 4, Leroy. 3, CT. 2, Jordan. And number 1, Paulie. So, top 10, I think you didn't mess it up too bad. I'm okay.
too bad. Here we go.
I'm okay with number 5 through 10. I like those. Georgia could probably be a bit higher than Bear. I think she did a little bit better in the camera time department. She did have a lot of commentary with Nicole being in the elimination. We definitely got to see a lot of spotlight on her, even though she was crying a lot during this episode. But that comes with dating Bear.
Yeah.
Number 6, Rogan. 5, Jenny. That's a good spot. Let's go ahead and jump onto your number 4 spot, Leroy. Go ahead.
The man of the hour.
Man of hour. Let me hear you talk about your client here. You've been guiding him through this whole season, leading him to success and victory. We've really got to see him step it up. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Bobby the Brain Heenan right now. I'll talk him up for days. He propels himself here by he was the man of the hour, and for the past couple of weeks, the person that's been showcased almost all the way throughout has been in danger. But Leroy here helped himself out tremendously.
It's a female elimination day.
It was a female elimination day, and somehow he found a way to become the center of the focus of everything. Like, as much as like Paulie is supposed to be the voice and Jordan's supposed to be the voice, Leroy's in the middle still, bringing everything together.
Even better, he's a unifying voice. He's doing it off of positivity and teamwork and camaraderie. You got to commend that.
And the entire team was okay with him going to the tribunal because he's a voice of reason. He'll do the right thing.
Most importantly, one of the things, I mean, not only is Leroy extremely likable, Leroy has been extremely loyal. Nobody can say Leroy stabbed him in the back. No one can say Leroy pulled a shit move or something in secret. Everybody always knew where they stood with Leroy. I think he was a perfect person, and this was a perfect time for him to actually step up and take a lead. He does take a small step back for not participating in the daily. He probably should have stepped up to do that. Being for the fact he's one of the smarter guys on there. which isn't really saying much. It isn't really saying much. I mean, nobody here got a 1550 on the SATs except for
No.
Ninja, who's apparently a genius. But
Yeah, and I mean, Jordan's really smart too. Actually, I mean, he knows a lot of good. Like he knows random facts from what I've heard and everything. Trivia is his thing.
and he actually did do really, really well. Your top three, I mean, in reality, I think your top five is actually perfect for once. Paulie number one. He was in the daily. He definitely got a whole bunch of camera time. He had that big fight with Josh, and Josh, I think he may enjoy it looking like a little bitch. But let's focus on your number two spot. Jordan hasn't got to the top of the rankings in a while. He's playing a pretty decent game. He's performing. He's not getting in too much drama, kind of taking a backseat role in the gameplay itself. What's keeping him in the number two spot? How come he hasn't dropped? I mean, he dropped further at certain points during the season, but he's never really been out of the top 10 like that.
No, I mean he had that one week where he fell out of the top 10, but that's just because he wasn't on the camera at all. Outside of that, I mean he's been in the top two, 3 out of the 5 weeks, the past 5 weeks. What keeps him up there and everything puts him up there is he's a dominant athlete. In this challenge, there's tiers of athletes that nobody can argue about. You have your favorites, you have people you hate, but when it comes to competitors, he's always going to be a tier 1 competitor. He's good at everything, including trivia, which most people aren't brains and bronze, and he is somebody that brings that factor. Him and Paulie are very similar players in this game.
I cannot stand Jordan in any way, shape, or form. I never liked him. I didn't like him in his real world season. I didn't like him. I just don't like him. But, God, he reminds me of Kobe Bryant, how I feel about him. It's like, I hate your guts, but Jesus Christ, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
He talks the talk. He walks the walk. And surprisingly, relationships in the challenge, they never really seem to work out, or they always explode on themselves. But him and Tori, the way they get along, it looks like a really healthy, happy relationship. They seem in unison. Not saying that Cara and Paulie don't. Those two definitely look great also. Mm-hmm. But it's really cool to see. So far, he hasn't been problematic. Let's see how long that lasts for, because judging by the previews for next episode, it's looking like our overall opinion on him is probably going to change somewhat.
I mean, but that's also what people like about Jordan, is the fact that, like, Turbo is supposed to be this guy that, like, what if he kills you? Like, don't say anything to him. Like, he'll murder you, man. And Jordan doesn't back down. Like, he literally says, like, oh, if you're this big badass and everything, then I want to go head to head with you. I mean, he went up against Johnny Bananas in a punching a wall contest with one hand. Like, he just wants to beat the best. He wants to solidify himself as on that Mount Rushmore of challengers. And I honestly think if he gets another win, he'll be there, because that'll be 3 out of 5.
I 100% agree with you. I think one win, you got to elevate him up into that upper tier of challenge competitors. You get 3 wins, that's automatic Hall of Fame. His performance speaks for itself, and we got to see how he's going to do this season. That's going to do it for us over here at the Hitlist. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you visit shop.lovewoodchallenges.com to pick up all of your Hitlist, Lovewood challenges, and general challenge gear. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Tyler Louder. This is the Hitlist. Good night, guys.
See ya.